I'm gonna go right out and say it. I'm a sucker for good romance. And Tsuki ga Kirei is absolutely on par with the standards I hold for romance anime. It's a cute, realistic, and heartwarming portrayal of middle school romance that almost everybody can relate to. It's awkward at times, yes, but not unrightfully so. Just think back to your first relationship. And even if you haven't had one yet, you still know how awkward it is. What do you even do on a date? How do you hold hands? Hugging? Kissing? All of these questions are asked in a first relationship, and this anime portrays the main character's journey through their first relationship perfectly. This anime's pace is slow, so if you like a lot of action, you won't get a lot of it very fast. The major plot points are very spread out, and the actual romance itself is a slow burn. But when it hits its stride, it is super heartwarming and honestly, the cutest goddamn thing I've ever seen. I love these two to death. It doesn't take you long to fall in love with Kotaro's awkwardness, especially if you're like me, a chronically awkward person around people. The most important part about Tsuki ga Kirei is the way it makes you feel. The emotions it expresses through its characters really resonate with you. It was hard for me not to feel almost every emotion a character was feeling. I smiled with them, laughed with them, felt awkwardness with them, and cried with them. This anime excels in its sense of emotion, and its ability to effectively convey what the characters are thinking and feeling. In this way, this anime excels at being relatable, which in turn inflicts an emotional response on the viewer. The dialogue is also top-notch. Here are some examples of the absolutely fantastic writing in Tsuki ga Kirei.
"なってて、皆さんにはそのお手伝いをお願いしたいと思います."
？That was obviously a joke, but in all seriousness, the absence of dialogue in the first few episodes could be a little annoying at times, but most of the time, the emotions that the character was feeling were expressed effectively through their size and facial expressions. Sometimes it's more effective to show it rather than say it. The animation is very solid overall. There are moments of complete fluidity in the motion. I, for one, really enjoy the art style, but its choice of outlining the characters in an almost blinding white took a little getting used to, but wasn't all that distracting for me. Others might feel differently about it, but all in all, it doesn't detract from the overall experience. Colors pop where they need to, and backgrounds are on par with other anime released recently. One thing to comment on is Tsuki ga Kirei's use of CGI in some scenes. It's almost exclusively used on shots that contain lots of people, and I feel that I need to address this choice. Some people don't get that 2D animation is a very time-consuming visual medium. The animator has to draw every single frame in the animation. The more frames they draw, the more time it takes, and the more time it takes, the more money it costs. It saves time and ultimately money for studios to use CGI for unimportant scenes, and I honestly don't have a problem with it. The models aren't incredibly detailed, but are a better replacement for hastily drawn background characters that look borderline deformed. There are more important things to worry about in an anime than its use of CGI. Tsuki ga Kirei was an immensely enjoyable ride, and if you're a fan of romance, I'd give this one a watch. I don't think you'll regret it. If you don't watch a lot of romance, I think it would still be worth a shot. This romance is a bit different from the others. Its endearing and adorable presentation might warm your heart a bit, and remind you of your childhood, when the biggest thing you worried about was your test scores. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my first review on this channel. Leave a like if you liked it, and make sure to leave a comment for any ideas you may have for future videos. See you in the next one.